Let me tell you about a game called Lab of the Dead. In Lab of the Dead, you play as a scientist working shortly after a zombie apocalypse. You choose a captured zombie to work on, and use a wide variety of foods, objects, and weapons to trigger reactions in your specimen. Lab of the Dead has immense variety in gameplay. The items you use on the zombie will adjust its mood, hunger, and humanity levels, and this will lead to hundreds of neutral, passive, or aggressive reactions. Advanced reactions require the most work to achieve. Provoking reactions will give you research points, which allow you to buy new items and upgrade your research speed, mood and humanity controls, and other research methodologies. You can also uncover notes and data logs that gradually reveal how the zombie outbreak began and how the research facility came to be abandoned. Once again, you are a scientist, but you have the freedom to treat your zombie nicely or torture it. The choice is yours. Lab of the Dead is the sequel to a horror driving game called Road of the Dead. Road of the Dead is, without hyperbole, one of the best video games I've ever played. This is a high honor, especially for a Flash game on Newgrounds, but Road of the Dead deserves it. You play as John Kreisman, an auto mechanic who must flee the city after it was quarantined due to a zombie infestation. Everything about this game is almost perfect. The voice acting is superb, the soundtrack is very dramatic, the controls are smooth and responsive, the difficulty curve is an organic product of the story. As Kreisman drives further into the city, and as the situation grows more dire, the military uses more and more desperate measures to stop him from leaving, including spike tracks, carpet bombings, and attack helicopters. Road of the Dead has exhilarating gameplay that is highly challenging but not unfairly difficult. The highway is strewn with rubble, vehicles, and terrified people, and you must use speed and lightning-fast reflexes to weave your way through, deal with the military, and avoid hitting civilians. Driving long distances and hitting zombies and soldiers will give you road points, which you can use to upgrade your car. The story is highly compelling. As you progress further, radio transmissions reveal that the zombie threat is far greater than the general had expected, and the men in charge are in over their heads and struggling to stay calm. The dialogue of the civilians, as they plead for Kreisman to take them on, wail about their dead family, or scream about how this is the end of the world, makes them feel like real people reacting to a horrifying situation, and this adds to the experience. Above all, despite the simple presentation, Road of the Dead is incredibly immersive. The story and frenetic gameplay are utterly riveting, and the game ramps up a feeling of awe and dread equal to big-budget games like Doom 3 or Dead Space. Road of the Dead deserves to be on Steam or Xbox Live, and is indeed one of the best video games I've ever played. Going back to Lab of the Dead, I've hit a bit of a roadblock. My zombie specimen is well fed, fully docile, and has regained most of its humanity. I have taught it manners and kindness to animals, and it has rediscovered tool use to the extent that it can use microphones, tambourines, drums, radios, and other complex items. The zombie's concentrated reactions to personal, preferred items such as books and music players indicate that it still has memories of its past life. It can even dance to music it likes. In a testament to the quality of the game's voice acting and animation, the zombies have well-defined emotions of happiness, sadness, fear, and even betrayal. For all their savage hostility when pushed by violence, these zombies are still strangely childlike people, and I've grown slightly attached to my specimen. This is the roadblock I mentioned. To trigger the advanced reactions for an item, you need to induce all three basic reactions, and the basic reaction I usually left for last was the aggressive reaction. You make the zombie more aggressive by injuring or annoying it, and I don't want to inflict pain on it. Lab of the Dead portrays its zombie characters as tragic creatures, and elicits our sympathy through the authentic emotions and humanity these zombies display. I won't be able to progress much further due to my reluctance to harm my specimen, but the fact that I can care about an undead freak of nature shows how affecting and emotionally involving this game is. So, Road of the Dead and Lab of the Dead are two really good games that I strongly recommend. Thanks for watching. Cheers.